What's going on? It's your boy Zesty back here with the week 3 team builder for the NCL OU Showdown League. This week we're going against Aaron and the New England Enteis. As you can see, Aaron's team consists of Victini, Clefable, Nidoking, Registeel, Rotom, Mega Blastoise, Komolo, Weavile, Serena, and Archeops. His kill leaders is kind of matched right now with Mega Blastoise has 2, Registeel has 1, Clefable has 2, Victini has 1. Let's keep a trend going of we're going to match his kills with the people he's going to bring. So he's going to bring Mega Blastoise, he's going to bring Clefable, he's going to bring Victini, he's going to bring Registeel, so that's 4. The other 2 that he's going to bring, probably Archeops and either Weavile or Komolo. So, as you know, we plan for his whole team, but from the looks of it right now, I feel as though those mons are going to be the ones that he brings because they have the most kills. So, let's take a look at what we're bringing to counter his team. We're going to start with our Tapu Koko, who's leftovers. I know the set's still looking Smogon-y, but don't worry, it's going to get better. Last week we ran Volt Switch. This week we're going to run Roar, Dazzling Gleam, Roost, and Thunderbolt, just in case he tries to set up in any kind of way like Registeel or anything like that. Roar really helps prevent any of his setup. And I'm not really too worried about anything else too much. It's 252 with the special attack, 4 with the special D, 252 with the speed, and his timid nature. Next is Gliscor. Same Gliscor as from last week, but this time I don't think it should be getting just destroyed right off the bat unless, it's obviously in with Mega Blastoise. But it's running Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, Taunt, Toxic, Jolly Nature, 252 with the speed, 252 with the attack, 4 with the special D. Mega Venusaur is looking a little different this week. As you can see, we kind of got a little more zesty with the EV spread. We got 100 with the HP, 56 with the defense, 252 with the special attack, 100 with the special D. This makes it a little bit more offensive, but still being able to take a lot of hits with this EV spread and with this ability. Big Fat, it is running a Calm Nature. I feel as though this might be the MVP this week because this setup can take 2 V creates, and if Victini's in a certain position, most likely we can get the kill with Venusaur. So I'm excited to use this set. I want to see what it's gonna do. Here's our Hydreigon, Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast on this thing for the Registeel. Seeing how Registeel has a kill, I think it's coming. We're gonna put Fire Blast on it. Clefable, Flash Cannon is gonna handle that. It's Expert Belt. Not really a Choice Specs fan, but it's Expert Belt. Maybe Choice Specs next week. 252 with the special attack, 4 with the special D, 252 with the speed. Next is Mesprit. Same set as last week. Thunder, Psychic, Ice Beam knockoff. The knockoff can really help with the Victini. It can really help with a lot of mons on his team, such as getting a knockoff on anything helps, except for obviously the Mega Blastoise because you can't knock off that item. But getting a knockoff on anything will help. Less items, the better we are. And this week we're bringing Blastoise with the Assault Vest. Running Aqua Jet for priority, Rapid Spin to remove any hazards that he might try to go for. Ice Beam is Focus Blast. Also for the Registeel, it's 252 with the HP, 120 with the attack, 136 with the special attack. Getting a little spicy, a little zesty with the EV spread, and it's also Quiet Nature. So this week, how do we win this week? I think our biggest problem on his whole team is Victini. Mega Blastoise is not that much of a problem with Tapu Koko, plus with Mega Venusaur, and with Mesprit running Ice Beam. And my own Blastoise can do some damage to Mega Blastoise. I'm not really worried about Mega Blastoise. Victini's major problem being Psychic and Fire. Any move from that should be able to destroy my Mega Venusaur. And Mega Venusaur is a big win con for us. Seeing how it can help take care of that Mega Blastoise. And then also with his thick fat, eat some hits from Weavile. And hopefully dish out some in return. And if he does bring Serena, the poison moves on the Mega Venusaur damage that as well. So as long and with the Clefable, I believe Clefable's fairy type. I think it's fairy type. Yeah, so Clefable as well. Nidoking, it'll also help with the Nidoking since it does have some ground. Since it does have a ground typing, but if he does bring Nidoking, Blastoise, and Gliscor should be able to help me with that. So my team overall against his team will do well. Like the only thing is setting up. If he sets up some type of way. So but that's why we're running Roar on the Tapu Koko, just in case if I feel as though, oh snap, he might set up here. I bring in Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is most likely going to outspeed whatever he's bringing in, and roar it away and ruin his plan. Next week we might run Tapu Koko's Choice Scar. But anyway, so stay with me. You're going to see the battle next post-com. Okay, so I linked up with Aaron. Let's see. He brought the Mega Blastoise, who has 2 kills. He brought Victini, Archeops, Weavile, Clefable, who also has I think 2 kills as well, and the Serena. So I definitely think I think we have a good matchup. I really think we have a good matchup. I think he leads Victini. Because I think he's going to try to catch one of my Pokemon. I think he wants me to think he's going to lead Archeops. So that way I can leave something to counter it. Maybe like Venusaur. But then he really leaves Victini, which straight up puts me on the back foot. So I'm going to lead Gliscor because that is just our typical suicide lead. I lead Gliscor, he leads Victini. Now, I put him on the back foot because Gliscor has Earthquake, and that would one hit KO Victini. So he U-turns, gets up out of there, Blastoise comes in, and, Earthquake does about 34%. So Toxic Orb kicks in. So I decided, listen, I really don't need Gliscor. Every Pokemon on his team, the other 5 Pokemon on my team can answer. I could have saved it. It would have been nice to save it, maybe to make the Victini a little easier to handle. But I didn't want damage on any of my other mons, and I did, like Ice Beam would have done a good amount of damage to anyone else. So I'm like, Gliscor, just get the rocks up and let's move on. That's what happens. Gliscor is out. So I bring in Venusaur, I go Mega. He brings in Serena. Now this is a little confusing because I go for Toxic because I'm thinking Serena. He's going to switch Serena out because it's weak to poison, but he doesn't. So the Toxic hits. He stays in. I go for Sludge Bomb. Does about 54%. He rapid spins to get rid of the rocks. I'm like, okay. And then I just go for Leech Seed because I thought maybe he wants to save this thing. Because maybe I have another rocker, or maybe I have some kind of other hazard that he might want to be able to get rid of later, but he doesn't. So I'm like, okay. He goes for Play Rough, does pretty much nothing, and I also stayed in and went for Leech Seed because I was like, even if it doesn't work, Toxic kills him next play anyway. So that's what happens. Toxic kills, Venusaur gets a kill. Now Victini comes in. I switch out to go to Hydreigon. He has Searing Shot. I thought he might have V-Create, which would have done a little bit more damage, but Hydreigon still was out of all the mons. Because like I said, Mesprit, I really want to save because I think it might be the winner for today. Out of all the other mons, this would have took the less damage from V-Create. So I go for Dark Pulse, hoping he would stay in. He obviously didn't. He goes for Clefable, and yes, Clefable is a fairy type. So I go for Tapu Koko. He goes for Moonlight. He said here he clicked the wrong move. I'm guessing he meant to click his next move, which is Shadow Ball. But I still think the next couple of plays would have still went the same. I go for Thunderbolt. I do 38%. He gets a crit with Shadow Ball that does 40%. He heals up. I get Thunderbolt again. Now he's down to 29. He goes for Shadow Ball again, which does 27. Now if he clicks Shadow Ball the first time, I would have still got a Thunderbolt off. He would have got another Shadow Ball off. But then I would have just roosted right after because I outspeeded, and it would have just kept going back and forth. Because as you can see now, he goes for Protect, and I go for Roost. Because I had a feeling, I was like, listen, this thing has some, I already seen that it has Moonlight. I'm thinking it's getting low. He's gonna go for Moonlight and heal itself. So I might as well take this advantage to heal myself. But lucky enough, he went for Protect. I think at this point he realized, hey, this Clefable was way too weak, and I thought he might switch out. But I was like, anything on his team doesn't want to eat a Thunderbolt. Mega Blastoise doesn't want to eat a Thunderbolt. Archeops doesn't want to eat a Thunderbolt. Weavile and Victini can eat a Thunderbolt, but do they want to? No, I think he wants as much health on these two as possible, because Weavile can help with the Mega, with the Venusaur, Blastoise. It can really help with the whole team, definitely Hydreigon, but so he lets it stay in. I go for Thunderbolt again, and it does 41%, and we get the KO. So now he brings in Archeops. Now, this thing's super fast. I'm guessing that it was Scarf. He goes for Head Smash. And this is why, Tapu Koko, this is why we put Rocky Helmet on it. I'm so happy we put Rocky Helmet on it. With the Rocky Helmet damage and the recoil, he is now at 44%. So, if you don't know, Archeops' ability to defeat is, once he hits under 50%, his attack is halved. So I bring in Venusaur. Now, what happens next? He goes for Head Smashes and he misses. I go for Giga Drain. Now he said that if you calced it, the Head Smash wasn't going to do much. It was only going to do about 34% due to defeat it. So I was like, this was the perfect move. So he brings in Victini and goes for Searing Shot. Now, I stayed in. Why? Because when I calced it, even a V-Grade wasn't going to kill me. It was going to put me under half, and due to thick fat. So I wanted damage on this thing as much as possible, because when I was calculating with all my other mons, I was like, in order for any of my other mons to get a KO on Victini, because I don't have any like Volt Switches or U-turns on any of my other mons, so it's like they're going to either be hard switched in or they're going to come in when a mon goes down. I was like, but in order for them to hit Victini, Victini needs to have damage on it. And also, I was able to find out that this Victini was Scarf. So now I switch to Blastoise. He goes for Searing Shot. This is where I wanted to see if it was Scarfed or not. So I let Venusaur stay in, because I was like, if he goes for Searing Shot, it won't kill. And then after that, I was like, now I'll switch to Blastoise, because I could have switched to Blastoise when Victini came in, knowing it was going to go for Searing Shot. But I just wanted to confirm that it was Choice Scarf. Right here, I stay in with Blastoise. He leaves. I'm like, okay, then it's Choice Scarf. So I go for Aqua Jet. It does 34%. He goes for Night Slash, brings me down to 42%, and I go for Focus Blast. Now, that's a little RNG, because Focus Blast, I believe, has a 70% chance to hit. I was super happy, because right now, the way I team build was working out perfectly. Like, I put Focus Blast specifically on Blastoise to handle Weavile and Registeel, because I knew if Weavile was in, he would try to stay in with Weavile. He comes back out with Venusaur. I go for Aqua Jet. Like I said, we just need damage on this thing. He goes for Thunderbolt. Now I know he's Scarred. So I'm like, okay, you have to keep clicking Thunderbolt now. So I go for Mesprit. He goes for Blastoise. I hit knockoff just in case he wanted to stay in. Now I go for Hydreigon. Hydreigon is a Dark Pulse. I do Draco Meteor. He kills me with Ice Beam. And I'm like, that is fine. I'm bringing in Mesprit and I'm hitting knockoff. Now, it might not seem like it, but I did calc all of it. I knew I couldn't KO his Blastoise with any move, not even Ice Beam. Couldn't KO it. So what I needed to do was get it low to a point where I can come in, kill it with Mesprit, and then when Victini comes in, I can keep Mesprit in. So that's why I brought out Mesprit the first time. Used the move, got out of there, came in with Hydreigon, used Draco Meteor to get it as low as possible. I needed to get it under 18% because that was the low roll for knockoff to kill. And then after that, I was like, Hydreigon will go down so I can bring Mesprit in cleanly. Mesprit came in cleanly, knocked off, kills the Blastoise. Now, his Victini was already in range. I think the low roll was like 36-37% for the knockoff to kill. So his Victini was already in range. I'm Choice Scar, he's Choice Scar, but I outspeed. So we got the win. And the Philadelphia Pirates are now 1-2. Yeah, so I think prep this week was really good. Definitely switching up the EV spread definitely helped with the Venusaur. So before the fourth battle, I'm definitely gonna really dig deep and watch some battles and get these EV spreads figured out. But I'm excited. Yeah, we finally on the board with the win, 1-2. We can just keep going on from here. Hopefully get a chance at playoffs and get a chance to rematch some of the guys we lost to. But that is it. As always, if you enjoyed the content, what am I talking about? If you enjoyed the content and you're having a good time, please press the like button, hit the subscribe button. Stay with the Zesty team. Follow me throughout the season. Let's see how many wins we can get. Like I said, our main job is to get Mesprit or Mega Venusaur as many kills as we can. But yeah, that is it. You guys have a wonderful day, and don't forget, stay zesty.